Lies that capitalism tells us. Capitalism promotes innovation. Yeah, it's so innovative. This phone that I'm holding in my hand as I'm recording this video, I should not have had to buy a new phone. The phone that I was using since 2020 should have sufficed for a decade at the very least. But capitalism, things are not made to last. Planned adolescence is a thing for a reason. Things break down for a reason because they don't want you to just buy something once. They purposely make it so it breaks down over time, so you have to replace it. How is that innovative? It's like you have a perfectly good phone that works just fine. Yet I can tell you from experience, my last phone worked beautifully for me until the past year of having it, where it barely worked. They do this on purpose, like these updates they give on these phones. It's not there to help the performance. It's there to hasten the death date of your phone. All phones have an expiration date, including like yours. There's inventions from the Soviet Union that still work today. I'm shit you not. Hell, you could probably find some appliances that were made over half a decade ago that still work. But today, with late stage capitalism, things are not made to last. Everything just breaks down within a few years, if even that. Capitalism is so innovative that it basically forces you to buy the same thing over and over again, even though there's not much of a difference. We can literally have far more advances in technology had we simply just had one good, let's just use the phone as an example, one good phone for 10 or 13, 15 years, and then when the next new one comes out, we could have a huge upgrade. So we spent all of our resources making an even better phone than just releasing a new one every 6 months. Of course, realistically, most people are not going to pay to switch their phones that often. I mean, unless you have more money than sense, that is. And also, things are so innovative under capitalism that if you just go to your average grocery store, you basically have the same product in the same place. Like, oh, there's cheaper versions of the same product you could get. Like, let's just use Fruit Loops as an example. There's a cheaper alternative to it. Yeah, it's awful food, but there is no difference between the cheaper version and the main stream version. You might have a slight difference in taste, but it's overall the same fucking product. And the cheaper option's better in terms of value. It just gives you a false sense that if you pay more for something, it's automatically better. That's not true. Capitalism lies to you. The innovation of the market is a lie, because there is no innovation. We could have tons of products that are completely more advanced than what we currently have, but that's not profitable to sell something that makes that what they're currently having obsolete, like solar panels. Why the hell is not a standard by now? Like the sun. Just look at the sun. There's almost unlimited energy. Not unlimited energy, but you know what I mean. There's so much sunlight right now as I'm recording this video. You literally do not have to continue to use the resources that we're currently using now. We have no reason to. But because capitalism and its never-ending pursuit of profit, it prioritizes profit over innovation. Don't believe that nonsense that capitalists and their apologists tell you. It doesn't teach people to be innovative. Capitalism wants you to be a good customer. Capitalism doesn't encourage innovation and encourages consumption. There's the kind of technology we're using right now is obsolete. Why are we still on fossil fuels when there's alternative forms of energy? We could have already been green decades ago. But because where our countries are basically run by a bunch of psychopathic fossil fuel And let's just be real, people in the military industrial complex, it's more profitable to destroy than actually maintain and create. That's why climate change is becoming worse and worse over time, because it's not profitable for the capitalists to actually invest into the future. It's more profitable for them to destroy and make money in the short term. They don't give a damn about the descendants of people that have to deal with their choices. There is no innovation under capitalism. Any innovation that does happen is in spite of it, not because of it. Human beings have been inventing long before capitalism. And that's what's one thing that capitalists and their apologists, they don't know shit about humans or humanity's history. You look at all the inventions, they weren't made because of capitalism. They were made because people had great ideas and wanted to genuinely help to make the world a better place. Inventors will still exist, even under socialism. In fact, I would argue would have an abundance of inventors more, because you would not have the restrictions anymore that capitalists in place. There's no reason in 2024 we should still be using fossil fuels. There's no reason other than greed. Every single house could have solar power. I mean, of course, solar power is not the only form of alternative energy, but it's one example. We don't need oil anymore. Hell, we don't even need to use the traditional forms of energy that we've been using for 100 years. Technology has advanced a lot in the past century, yet we're still using technology that's like centuries old. Why the hell are we still using oil in 2024 when we've been able to power our entire cities without it? We can be able to power cars without it. Mind you, Tesla? Elon Musk wasn't the first fucking person to have a fucking electric cars. Electric cars existed nearly 100 years ago. Just think about it. Technology that's popularized now, electric cars, existed long before frickin' Elon Musk was even alive. Yet he's given the credit. A lot of the great inventions that we take for granted, they weren't invented by people like Thomas Edison. That fucking thief frickin' stole from other inventors. None of these great people that we're supposed to like worship or we're supposed to like see as great thinkers or people that have done amazing things for our world have done anything of significance. All of our inventions that we have today were not invented by people like Thomas Edison. All of our inventions were invented by people that none of you can even name, because that's what capitalism does. It takes people's ideas, whatever it can make a profit out of, and then basically leave the people that invented it into the dust. Everything that we have under capitalism was not invented by fucking capitalists. Well, I'm pretty sure there's some things that were, but in spite of capitalism, people are still inventing. But why haven't we seen anything revolutionary in the 21st century? If capitalism is supposed to be innovative and socialism stifles innovation, why did we see more innovation during the years of the USSR than we do today? It's quite obvious if you think about it, because socialism prioritizes people's needs over profits. Why has the freaking standard of living gone down, and even in capitalist countries, since 1991? It's the great old capitalism that it's supposed to be innovative, it's supposed to cut poverty. Why is there still poor people in 2024? Why is the majority of the world's population poor? Are they this unable to handle resources? Or it's because they're being imperialized by imperialist countries like America and China? I wonder. What am I kidding, though? Capitalists and their apologists are always dishonest. They always give credit to freaking capitalism rather than people for making the inventions that we use today. And the people that actually made these amazing inventions that we take for granted, they're not given the credit that they actually deserve. Capitalism doesn't encourage innovation. It encourages theft. It encourages exploitation. It encourages the most psychopathic behaviors possible. There is no innovation under capitalism. There really isn't. Innovation happens in spite of it, not because of it. People don't become inventors because they want to fucking make a profit. No. If people did that, then why the hell bother inventing anything? Because the profit motive, if you really were inventing something for the profit motive, you wouldn't be an inventor in the first place. It's not profitable to be an inventor. It really isn't. Because not every invention is going to be profitable. Solar panels, the reason why they're not standard because they're not profitable to the oil tycoons that freaking truly run this country. So if we truly had an innovation under the capitalist system, capitalism would not exist because science would come to the conclusion that capitalism is obsolete, and it is. There is no reason to continue to have this system when we have the means to go beyond capitalism, have been for a very long time. Innovation happens in spite of capitalism, not because of it. And I don't want to hear from any capitalist apologist who doesn't know anything about dialectics or human history or human nature. Oh, but humans are naturally greedy, they would say. That's a different topic for a different video. The Elon Musk of the world, they haven't invented shit. Elon Musk is the 21st century Thomas Edison. He had not invented anything. Anything that came out of his companies were not invented by him. He's a fucking moron. He's an idiotic man-child that has never worked a day in his life. He's an apartheid baby. That's who he is. That's who you always will be. He's not a great man. He hasn't invented anything. He's a fucking moron. That's who Elon Musk is. And all those brain-dead fanboys of his, they worship the guy, a moron, a literal fucking moron. But then again, I think Elon Musk is a perfect representation of what capitalism is. And what capitalists are in a nutshell, a parasite, a talentless ghoul that leeches off the more talented people and then has the nerve to claim that they are the inventor of anything. He's not going to do shit. Like anything that happens with SpaceX, it's good because of the people that worship him, not because of him. We don't need fucking people like Elon Musk to go to space and colonize Mars. We don't fucking need people like him. What we need are the people that have actually gone through the training and went through the education to actually learn these things that they know in order to actually make it possible. If people like Elon Musk were to run this fucking world, if it were up to them, we would fucking have died a long time ago. In fact, it's people like Elon Musk is why we may end up not making it at all. That we may end up all fucking dead by the end of the century because we have fucking idiotic billionaires that have more fucking wealth than freaking sense. No. This freaking nonsense about capitalism with innovation is bullshit. It always has been. And it needs to fucking be called out as such.